Among the roaring engines and endless tracks, a notorious prankster's decades of outrageous antics were finally answered with a hidden surprise that became an unforgettable workplace legend. Hide something in my backpack, will you? All right then. This is an old story that's been making the rounds at my workplace for decades, involving two of my colleagues. We're locomotive engineers. We drive trains, and like many industries, we've got our fair share of original characters. One of them was a prankster and a bit crude. He loved dirty jokes, carried a fart noise machine, and once dropped so many prank fart pills in the office that it stank for days. He'd moon people with his bare ass while driving his trains, or wear a gorilla mask when passing platforms full of waiting passengers. All kinds of stuff. He was good-natured, but definitely leaned towards the raunchier side when bantering. Let's call him East. The other was a pretty prim and proper gentleman. Religious, orderly, always wore a tie except Maghabe in high summer. Very knowledgeable. He was a one thing after the other kind of man, no shortcuts. Let's call him Mo. Mo had mentioned in casual conversation that every day after work, he'd hand his work backpack to his loving wife. She'd then head to the kitchen to empty it out while he washed up from the day's work. East heard about this and decided to sneak a couple of porn magazines into Mo's backpack, for Mo's wife to find. Haha, very funny, I got you sort of thing. Pretty harmless, he thought. Unaware of the new contents, Mo walked home and followed his usual routine, and then said absolutely nothing of it to anyone. Thinking that perhaps his prank hadn't struck gold, East didn't press the issue, and a couple of weeks passed. Not a word about the porn. Then, some time later, East got a phone call from Mo. Would you like to come over this Saturday? There'll be some other colleagues, we're having some beers, just some after-work relaxing. We'd love for you to join us. East accepted and eagerly arrived with a six-pack of beer and his usual sunny disposition. Mo and his wife greeted him at the door. Welcome, welcome. Let me take those off your hands. How was your day? All that. Then Mo led East through his house and into his living room. We're all in here. Come on in. Straight into a 2-hour-long church session that Mo had arranged with his congregation to be held at his house. Basically a mass. Priest and everything, lots of people. A full event. Mo introduced East as a friend from work, brought over people to shake hands with, and gave the impression that his friend was ever so pleased to join them all at this service. So, as revenge for the still unmentioned porn magazines, the very much not at all religious East had to endure 2 hours of singing psalms, paying attention to sermons and singing more psalms. He was seated up front. Afterward, he was walked to the door and they shook hands. Still no mention of the porn, or the beer for that matter. He never pranked Mo again. This tale has been riding the rails of our workplace for decades. What's the legendary story or unforgettable prank that's become part of